Happy Catterday once again, everyone. Welcome back, and we are going to talk about today's workout. That's right, we're going to discuss what I did earlier. So I got to the gym about mid-morning, which is what I wanted to do, and actually I was surprised that I was able to do that, just because I had a really hard time falling asleep last night. Don't really know why, but just was awake all the way through really the early morning practically. So I didn't get a lot of sleep, but enough. And I went out, got to the gym, went to the cardio section, decided to do a Crossramp warm-up. So just did 3 minutes and 11 seconds for a quarter mile, and then went to the dip station. First thing you're going to notice is that I'm using the reverse grip from what I did last time. So I like going between them. I can do either one on any given day, and the difference is very slight, so I can honestly switch off if I like, or just do one for a while and then do another for another block of training. It doesn't really matter. And so for warm-ups, I did a set of 10 with body weight, a set of 8 with 25 pounds, and here is the 10 by 3 with 55 pounds. So a 5% increase from the 52 and a quarter, and basically these were very comfortable, relatively easy. I am putting a bit of a stoppage and a pause at the bottom, mostly just because of the fact that I'm doing lower volume, even though I increased the weight a little bit. So it's almost like a bit of a deload for me, and as a result I figured, why not just put some decent pauses at the bottom of the dips, since they're very comfortable. And so overall I'm happy with these sets and reps. Keeping the 90 seconds of rest was really not an issue at all. I never felt really challenged by it, so that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. So I'm on track and I'm on pace for probably getting upwards of, I'm going to hope that I get towards 90 pounds for probably triples. Might be where I peak for this block of training, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. Now, for accessories, I did do accessories today, and for the dip accessory, I decided to go back to the close grip bench press, which I haven't done in a little bit, and I've been meaning to go back to. Just for some reason I decided to opt for other options in the meantime, and I didn't want to push it too hard. I really didn't. So I did a simple set of 8 with 135 as the warm-up, and then jumped to 185 for a 3x8, and that felt just about right, where it began to get difficult at pretty much the last rep of the last set. The bar speed was fine. It may have slowed down ever so slightly, but it was a good weight. I could have gone heavier. I probably could have done 185, 195, 205, probably, if I really wanted to push it, but I just wanted to focus on the squeeze and really get more attention to the triceps, so I kept it relatively conservative. And that's pretty much it for dips and the accessory. So for dips, I very well might face the tower next time, or it could go on a case by case basis, but I like both grips. The V bars going away from the tower is nice, especially if you are going to focus on chest, but even if you face the tower and you have just a little bit more of a narrow grip, either one is good. No matter what, you're still going to work your triceps very well. Oh, and also I'd like to give a shout out to a woman who's working out nearby. Very interesting mix of exercises. I saw different exercises in terms of prehab and almost like opening, warming up, that type of thing, and then also some weighted exercises, resistance training, and then also a little bit of yoga, it looked like, on top of calisthenics. It was really something. I should have asked her about it. I was a bit curious as to if she was trying to set up supersets or circuits, or just kind of felt like doing whatever, but it made for a really unique type of workout style that I don't think I've ever really seen before, especially considering that she just kind of threw in stretches and things like that. Very cool stuff. I'm not familiar with that sort of training. And so here's the last set of dips. good stuff here, good stuff. And so I love the weighted dip. I'll say that forever. But keep in mind that I am going lower than you probably ever need to. So don't think like you have to do that same depth where your shoulders are below your elbows. I can do that, but don't worry if you cannot. If you get your humerus parallel to the floor, you are good to go. Alright, speaking of, going on to reverse grip rows. So for rows, I did a very similar warm-up pattern. I did a set of 10 with 135, same as usual, nothing special there. And I'm starting to get used to doing a set of 8 with 185. Usually I would do half of that, but lately I think I like doing a set of 8 with 185 before getting to a working weight, just because it closes the gap very well with getting accustomed to heavier loads. Not that I'm going really heavy, but it just primes me up a little bit better. And so after the set of 8 with 185, here you're seeing 10 triples with 210 pounds. So 5% increase from the 200 pounds. And so I'm happy with these reps. I'm starting to get a really nice groove with not only setting into the starting position, but also just going right into the lift. And I'm happy about that. I really like the reverse grip row. Don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with the pronated row. It's the more common one that you'll see. But I do like not only the inclusion of the biceps with the supinated one, but also the direction where your lats are going to be targeted. So I do enjoy working mid and lower lats. So I like this one a little bit more than the pronated version, although I do like that one as well. I can't go quite as heavy on it, but that makes all the sense in the world just because you'll have more internal rotated shoulders and using brachialis rather than your biceps. So it is a little bit different, but if I had to choose one over the other, I would definitely choose the underhand grip. Now for the accessory, I went to a hammer curl and I went to a tower and used a rope. So speaking of brachialis, since I did work with a supinated grip on the reverse grip row, I went to a neutral grip and wasn't really sure what I was going to do, and I started off with a warm-up set of 8 with 50, just kind of see how that felt, and then from there I just went to a simple 3x8 with 70 pounds. Very much like the close grip bench press, it didn't really get all that difficult until the last set, and probably the last 2 reps started to get challenging. So a really good place to be. And I'm not used to curling anymore, so that's actually a pretty decent weight for the fact that I don't really do much for my biceps. And that's pretty much it. So that's the workout. Hope y'all are doing well, and remember, adopt, don't chop.